maybe Mark Normand who said this. He had a really good point. He's like, one of the ironies is Trump is very funny and he never laughs, and Kamala's not funny and she's always laughing.
It's a great point.
I can't get that out of my head now that I've noticed it. It's so true. She laughs all the time. She doesn't say anything funny. Donald Trump is hysterical. He has the whole room in stitches and he's just standing up there like,
confidence, and he's more authentic than most of these other people.
I must have watched that video of he and Melania putting the chocolate bars on top of the minion child maybe 15 times.
Dude, it's so good.
She follows this. Yes, he does it because the minion's got a bag, but the bag is
That's
like
not open. I realized that's why he did that.
I've gone like full Zapruder film.
This one.
Like so. By the way, like we wrote the whole book on the assassination.
I zoomed in.
But I probably did like just as much research on this video of the minion on Halloween at whatever year it was in the White House, and it's just the funniest thing because this kid's dressed up. It's one of those like, you know how they have like the inflatable costumes now. So it's inflatable, and he goes for the bag, but for whatever reason the bag isn't. It's like not open.
It's in his right hand, and the kid's like waddling.
And the
up
kid's
there.
like waddling, and it's
Waddling
just
like
awkward. So Trump just kind of looks at him, sizes it up, and he puts the candy right on the head.
But he doesn't just put it on his head.
And then
He puts it. He taps it on.
he pats him on the head, and then Melania follows up. She's like, "Well, if that's what we're doing,"
And then the boy, he takes the L like a man.
he just takes the L. He just takes the L.
That wasn't an L. That was a win.
That's a win.
Well, it happens.
Why didn't put chocolate on your head?
Oh, but he lost it. He lost the chocolate. He lost the
Falls off.
chocolate.
He turns around and he just walks away. And then a mother, it looks like, scrambles over to pick it up. You know?
So
He
good.
bounces it on the head and taps.
So good.
He's a funny guy.
he's hysterical.
Do you remember he looked at the when he looked at the solar eclipse?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but they made fun of him for that, and I'm like, he looked up and glanced and looked down. It was a split second.
No, I didn't know it was, but
it's a
still,
photo.
It was this
They take a
whole, like,
photo
it was
and
this
they
whole
turn
like,
that
don't
into
do
his
it,
story.
don't do it, don't do it. And he said, I'm gonna do it.
I still think one of the best things ever is at the Butler rally when he started with, as I was saying.
That was hysterical.
Wow, dude.
Well,
That was pretty. I mean,
as I was saying.
this is
because he said he was going to do it, right? He said over and over, and we were all. So you were there, I was there, Joshua was there. Were you guys there at all? You guys that because he kept saying that's what I was going to do, and what was great about it was he didn't just say. As I was saying, he actually did like the full paragraph of the speech of whatever was going to come next. Like he completed his whole spot. Everybody was clapping over it in the moment, so you couldn't really. It's very emotional, obviously, and you couldn't really like get it all out. But I noticed that he went and did like the full, completed his thought. Biden was here, and then it went down, and then he came in. I would count in, and it was down, and then Biden comes in, it went up, and he finished his entire thought because in his head, in his mind, when J13 happened, he was in the middle of a speech, and he like there's some sense because he always gives speeches because he always has been for a decade now, and you know Kamala is right about that. He has been giving public speeches for a decade. That he just wanted to finish.
He
the
even
speech.
turned that into a bit.
And he's
like
turned that
that's
into a bit. Yeah,
a bit was interrupted by an assassination attempt. He returned to the place,
and he was like, "I'm going to finish that."
Well, this is also the difference between somebody who is a performer who made their living in the private sector and built a brand around their own name, as opposed to a politician who has focus grouped every aspect of their personality and who you have to choose from a set of other politicians who are also not that interesting or funny or good on their feet. I mean, our political leaders are so mediocre in every single way. It's not just that they're not very intelligent. It's not just that they're not very moral. They're just not that entertaining either.
Right.
I love my favorite part of his.
Yeah, they don't have that much charisma.
My favorite part of his remarks last night was when he told the story about doing this dinner last time, which is when he was running against Hillary.
Right.
And he said, I was going pretty hard on her. I was being really mean. Even my side was saying, you're going too tough. You should stop. He goes, I'm going to do it anyway. You know, I love that he's just.
Do you remember what he did?
So down.
Do you remember what he did in 16? And Hillary was there sitting like, I think it was like Trump, then Melania, then Hillary, if I remember correctly. And what Trump did was he had a routine that was already worked out, and he goes, I'm not really going to. He did a little bit of it, and he said, I'm going to cut this short. He's like, because I got something else I want to do. And he just reaches into his pocket and he pulls out a stack of WikiLeaks that he had printed out, and it was Hillary's own emails. And then he just landed that down and started reading her own emails back to her from WikiLeaks.
Thanks for checking out this clip from Timcast IRL. Make sure to watch the show live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Subscribe to this channel, and we will see you all there.